grapple with what is exactly the issue that we're looking at. What are the questions that we're going to be answering together?
For this year's ACSI, the district east of Amsterdam not only sent participants, they also brought in a case of their own.
In Amsterdam East we have many nice initiatives. Started as from us, as local government, started from the people who are living with us. There are communities, they have a lot of nice examples. That's the case of Amsterdam. How to combine all those initiatives to something bigger than just the sum of all the initiatives on their own.
An ACSI camp with an international audience is a very attractive place to ask the questions and perhaps get some results, but at least get us thinking again on different ways, different perspectives on how to look at the possibilities and how we go on from here.
It's very nice to hear a story from other people and then think, okay, what is the story exactly telling about rules, about government, about initiatives that I can mirror in my own situation?
Half of the learning is just to work together with this different background. We are a very self-organized group.
Because we have all this experience of all these different countries and people, then we can develop a model which is really practical in use in Amsterdam, because all these things happening in Amsterdam are also global developments. You see them in every Western country.
Social inclusion, that's the topic for the camp this year, is very important for Amsterdam.
So what would an inclusive society mean? How can we explore the strength of the total society when we really include all the powers and all the strength people have? So I use the ACSI camp and bringing in our own case to get some reflection on how are we doing? Heavy things that we are overlooked. What are the white blanks still to be filled in?
What's interesting to see is that our progress is not something that went linear. So that's a linear along the way towards some sort of clearly defined goal. But it was very dynamic and maybe sometimes even chaotic.
It took a long time for us to really focus on what we were developing. And I just said it to you now that after 3 years, all of a sudden we think, oh wow, now we understand what we're doing. And now we're developing something real good.
The prototype presented at the exhibition consisted of 3 elements: a carefully crafted meta-story to bind all the initiatives, a checklist of decision points to assess new initiatives on their potential, and a website displaying all the initiatives and the stories behind them.
Er zitten zoveel praktische aangrijpingspunten in en dat blijkt ook wel. Er is een beslisboom is er gemaakt, er is gekeken van waar, ja, welke elementen je allemaal bij aan kan knopen. Dus er zitten ook heel veel aspecten in die gewoon ook stof zijn om verder over te praten.
They got very different views on their process and on their work. They got new examples, similar examples to what they're doing. And they got views of people that are maybe more used to structuring or analyzing processes, etc. And that's what they're looking for.
Back in Amsterdam, it's back to business, and the question is, what are we going to do with it? And fortunately for us, the Amsterdam case was one of the most concrete cases of the ACSI camp, and that's why 2 of the 3 things are already getting into progress. One is the meta-story. So what are we doing here? What is our method and how can we tell that story? And the second is to analyze the things we are doing here for the 5 or 10 point card. And the third one is we want to ask the civil society on their own.
In the end, ACSI did not only result in concrete steps to solving the case, it gave all who participated new insights, input and inspiration